Hello and welcome to 1000 Word Interviews. My name's Mordecai. I'm a teacher from Adelaide, Australia, and today I'm here with Eric.
Yes, Eric Jones, hello.
Thank you so much for coming and chatting with us today, Eric.
My pleasure. Thanks for inviting me.
Just to begin, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name is Eric Jones, as I said before. I'm married to my wife, Pamela, and we have a 4-year-old daughter. My wife is from Mexico, and the three of us live in the northern part of the U.S., in the state of Michigan, and specifically in the city of Detroit.
Perfect. And today we're going to speak about a photo of yours that's important to you, and through this conversation, we'll learn a little bit more about you and practice some listening.
Great.
Okay. So first of all, what can we see in this photo? Could you describe it for us?
Yeah. So this is in a forest, and this is in the state of Michigan, and you're looking at a lot of leaves. This is in the fall or the autumn, so the leaves are changing colors. In the background, you can see more trees, and then in the front, you can see a bow and arrow, which I use for hunting deer. I'm actually about 20 feet up in a tree, hunting off of the ground in what's called a tree stand, which you can't see in this photo.
Okay. So you mentioned that it's fall or autumn. Could you describe a little bit more about the trees and the leaves that we can see in the photo?
Yeah. So this is in the month of October, and so in Michigan, in the fall, all of our leaves change colors and then fall off of the trees. So you're seeing some leaves that are the color yellow, some are light green, others in the back are red or oranges. And all of those leaves will eventually fall off the trees and leave the trees bare until the following spring when new leaves grow.
Perfect. Yeah, in Australia we call it autumn, and in the US?
We call it fall or autumn.
Yeah, both are good. Both are great. And you already mentioned this, but could you just describe a little bit more about this object that's in the front of the photo that we can see?
Yeah. So this is a bow. You're seeing a bow, and it shoots arrows, so a bow and arrow. It's far from the traditional style of bow that the Native Americans used, but it is it's a very technical object. Now you can see at the top it has a wheel. That's called a cam, and it has several strings that allow this bow to shoot an arrow a lot faster and further than a traditional bow.
Okay. Well, that's a good start. And Eric, where was this photo taken?
Yeah, so this was taken in the northern part of Michigan. It's on our property, so we have some private property that we own with a small cabin on it. It borders the national forest, actually the Manistee National Forest, which is a huge section of forest in northern Michigan, and so yeah.
Perfect. And my knowledge of US geography is limited. So where is Michigan? You said it's in the north?
Yeah, it's in the north, kind of the center of the US, very close to Canada.
Okay. Well, and when was this photo taken?
This photo was taken in October of 2020.
Okay, thank you. So lastly, why did you choose this photo? Why is it important to you, and what's the story behind this photo?
Yeah, so for me, I love nature. I always have. I've always been attracted to it. And I think for other people from around the world to see this, it's great exposure to the beauty that Michigan has. And also I love deer hunting. And I think that not enough people understand the beauty of it. And so I like to try and expose them to that in a positive way.
Okay, so what are some of the things that you enjoy about deer hunting? Can you tell us more?
Yeah, so I think anytime I get the chance to be out in the woods, out in nature, is the best time for me. And being out in nature, learning about the habits of deer, the biology of deer, is just fascinating and super enjoyable. And then, with deer hunting, you have the opportunity to harvest an animal, which is very, very challenging. So it's rewarding when that happens. And then finally, you get to provide very healthy food for your family, which I think, as I get older, it becomes more and more important to me that, we're eating healthy food that, is sustainably harvested and doesn't have chemicals in it, which is a big problem in the U.S.
Okay, well, I'm a vegetarian, but thank you so much for sharing. I've learned something from the conversation, so it's good. And yeah, thanks for coming and chatting with us today. I've enjoyed it a lot. Thanks for sharing your photo.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you for doing this.
No worries. As always, you can find all of the questions and answers from today's episode or conversation below in the description, and some of the new vocabulary that we've talked about. If you would like to do some practice, if you'd like to practice your speaking or listening, then you can choose a photo with the theme of nature or a hobby of yours and answer the same questions aloud with whoever you practice English with or in writing. So thanks so much. See you next time.